It's November 23, 1942, deep in the South Atlantic during the height of World War II. A 25-year-old Chinese steward named Poon Lim is thrown into chaos as two torpedoes from a German U-boat tear his ship apart in seconds. Screams fill the air, the deck tilts wildly, freezing black water rushes in. He leaps overboard, swims through oily wreckage and floating bodies, lungs burning, until he collapses onto a tiny 8-by-8-foot wooden raft, the sole survivor of 54 crew members. Supplies dwindle fast. Food gone. Water gone. Sharks circle relentlessly. Storms pound him. Passing ships ignore his flares. A U-boat crew even laughs at him before diving away. For 133 brutal days, he battles starvation, thirst, blistering sun, and crushing loneliness, drinking bird blood, fighting a shark with a water jug, refusing to surrender. How did one ordinary man endure the impossible longer than anyone else in history? Hang on. This heart-pounding true story of raw human endurance is just beginning. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we uncover the most gripping, real-life survival stories that show what the human spirit is truly capable of. Today, we're telling the legendary tale of Poon Lim, a quiet, hard-working Chinese seaman who survived 133 days alone on a life raft in shark-infested waters during World War II. His feat remains the Guinness World Record for the longest solo survival on a raft at sea. And it's a story packed with ingenuity, heartbreak, and unbreakable will. Let's dive right in. Poon Lim was born on Hainan Island in southern China, growing up in tough times. By his early 20s, the Japanese invasion threatened Hong Kong, where he lived. To escape the war and find better opportunities, he joined the British Merchant Navy. The pay was decent, conditions improved for non-British crew, and it offered a way out. In October 1942, at age 25, he signed on as second mess steward aboard the SS Bin Lomond, a cargo ship run by the Bin Line. The Bin Lomond was a typical wartime merchant vessel, solid but slow, lightly armed with a few guns for defense, carrying general cargo. She left Suez, stopped at Cape Town, then headed toward New York via Paramaribo in Dutch Guiana, now Suriname. But this was the peak of the Battle of the Atlantic. German U-boats prowled everywhere, sinking Allied ships almost daily. The Bin Lomond sailed unescorted, no convoy protection, making her an easy target. Poon was the reliable type, quiet, hardworking, always on time. He served meals to officers, cleaned cabins, kept things running smoothly. The crew of 54, British officers, Chinese and other seamen, gunners, got along well. No one imagined their routine voyage would turn deadly. November 23, 1942. Midday in the South Atlantic. The sea is deceptively calm, sun high, horizon empty. Poon is below deck, perhaps preparing lunch or resting. Without warning, two torpedoes from U-172, commanded by Karl Emmermann, slam into the hull. Explosions roar, metal shreds, boilers burst, water floods compartments. The ship lifts sharply in moments. Alarms scream. Men rush topside in panic. He surfaces to horror. The Bin Lomond gone in under 2 minutes. Burning oil patches light the water. Bodies float lifeless. Twisted metal bobs. Poon swims desperately for hours, arms aching, lungs on fire, dodging debris, fighting shock and cold. Of 54 crew, he's the only one left alive. Exhausted near collapse, he spots something. A small square wooden raft, an emergency float about 8 feet by 8 feet. He claws aboard, shivering, drenched, utterly alone. The vast ocean stretches in every direction. No land. No ships. Just him and the waves. At first, hope flickers. The raft holds emergency gear, a 40-liter, about 10-gallon water can, 6 boxes hardtack biscuits, chocolate, pemmican cans, evaporated milk, lime juice against scurvy, massage oil, flares, smoke pots, flashlight. Poon rations carefully. 1 sip water, few biscuit bites daily. He estimates a month's supply if careful. Surely rescue comes soon. This route sees traffic. He scratches daily notches on the wood. Exercises to stay fit. Talks aloud to fight silence. But weeks pass. No help. Supplies vanish. After roughly 50 days, food and water gone. Desperation sets in. Poon refused surrender. "I survived by using my head," he later said. Water first. He stripped canvas from his life jacket, spread it during storms to catch rain. Wringing every drop, sipping slowly. Clear mornings, he licked dew off planks. It sustained him barely. Food demanded creativity. He broke the flashlight, used its spring for a hook, unraveled rope for line. Initial bait, crushed biscuit crumbs, later barnacles scraped from raft bottom. Flying fish leaped aboard nights. He grabbed fast before they escaped. Seabirds landed curiously. He'd lure with scraps, snatch, wring necks. Drank warm blood first, salty, metallic, life-giving when water scarce. Ate raw flesh, saved guts for bait. Flattened biscuit tin into crude knife for gutting. Sharks haunted him, dark fins circling constantly, bumping raft. One night, a shark stole his catch, severing line. Anger flared. Poon waited. When it returned, he hooked it using bird guts. It fought hard. He hauled it aboard, thrashing, snapping jaws. The shark lunged. Poon beat its head repeatedly with water jug until stunned. Looped rope on tail, killed it. Drank liver blood, vitamin-rich, quenched thirst when rain absent. Ate flesh, dried fins for later. Used remains for more bait. To combat weakness, he swam laps around raft twice daily, despite sharks below, looping strokes for strength. Skin blistered, peeled from sun. Lost about 20 pounds, grew gaunt. Loneliness crushed hardest. Sang Chinese songs, recited poems, planned mentally. Despair whispered, but he pushed back. Hope tormented most. 3 close calls. Freighter passed. He fired flares, waved shirt, shouted hoarse. Ignored. Navy patrol plane overhead, same. Worst, German U-boat surfaced nearby. Crew spotted him, pointed, laughed mockingly, then submerged, leaving him to fate. Months ground on. Storms raged, waves towered, nearly flipped raft. He tied himself with braided cloth ropes, held breath in troughs. Sun scorched. Salt sores festered. But Poon persisted, dried fish on lines, rationed bird meat. Stayed disciplined. Ocean shifts, deep blue to greenish coastal tint. Seaweed drifts by. Birds increase. Land nears. April 5, 1943. Day 133. A small sail appears. Brazilian fisherman. No flares left. Poon stands weak, waves tattered shirt madly, jumps desperately. They spot him. Boat nears. Strong arms haul him aboard. He collapses, barely speaking, but alive, after 133 days, having drifted westward about 750 miles. Fishermen took him to shore near Salinopolis, Para, Brazil. Hospitalized 4 weeks for malnutrition, exposure. He recovered fully, losing 9 kilograms, but walking off raft unaided. British awarded him Empire Medal for bravery. Navies studied his methods, rain catchment. Hooks, shark tactics, for manuals. Record stands. Humbly, when told of world record, Poon said, "I hope no one will ever have to break that record." Poon Lim's story screams resilience. Survival demands ingenuity, discipline, hope. Fun fact, his techniques saved lives in training. What if you faced that raft? Would you innovate like him? Comment below favorite tactic from Poon? Craziest survival fact you know? Like if inspired, subscribe for more true survival epics, hit bell. Thanks for watching, stay resilient. See you next.